Hand clap to the master, guys. That sucked. Hand clap. Oh, that was powerful right there, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another vibrations on this here, the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. I told you guys I'll be back for another Saturday edition, brothers and sisters. Well, not another one, but this here Saturday edition. And of course, I do appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in to this here vibrations right there and then. Big up on yourself for definitely tuning in, brothers and sisters. Don't forget to do what? Click the like button, brothers and sisters. Click the thumbs up button right there. I would appreciate that right now, brothers and sisters. Just click that. If you're whether you like or don't like what I go to, just click it. Click the like button, brothers and sisters. Of course, I would like you guys to listen to the vibrations, for which I think is very much pertinent. It's vital, brothers and sisters, in this day and age that we're living in, especially when it comes considering trusting individuals. That is, of course, something rather interesting. And of course, guys, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification. Click the bell when you subscribe and click all to be notified when I drop my videos right there. And of course, guys, helping this here channel to grow right there. Without further ado, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations for today. Of course, guys, you guys saw this thing. I started reading this stuff, and of course, I saw DNA, and that just triggered me, brothers and sisters. Triggered me. I didn't read the full thing, but of course, you know, this was DJ Slim. I believe that's a DJ in Dominica, and of course, he entitled his hashtag Tell Slim. So individuals have been telling him their stories right there, and of course, we're gonna look at the full thing right there, brothers and sisters. When I saw DNA, I went and do a little research to add to it, brothers and sisters, because I knew that I had to definitely do something. Hopefully, I was on the right track right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, this is what is being indicated right there. Tell Slim, DJ Slim is saying. So individuals are telling him something and is indicating it is not really easy for me to come out and speak on such matters, on something like that. This individual is telling Slim, but I have to make it known because I am indeed desperate, brothers and sisters. That's what this woman is saying. She is apparently 25 years old and has 2 little ones, brothers and sisters, with a man from Portsmouth. Interesting stuff. Pussy fellas, be mindful of the wicked people, them. Of course, and of course she's saying to be honest. No, you want to be honest? Anyways, guys, let's continue right there. She's trying to be honest this time. Everything was going a bit rocky at first, but since the second little youth came, brothers and sisters, she of course was not sure who that man is anymore. Countless times he kept asking for DNA. He tried to figure out if that little one is his or not. Countless times he kept asking, brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, women usually know the paternity of the child. They know who the father is. I have seen too much of the shows with Maury and court cases, and you are not the father, you are the father. He is not the father, he's not the father, so who is the father, you know? Brothers and sisters, be mindful in this day and age that we're living in, fellas. Sometimes all you father and children, that is not on earth. You think I'm joking? We will get into that in a moment. Countless times, the man apparently kept asking this woman for a DNA test for both, not just one, but for both of these little ones that apparently came from her. And she kept denying it. Wicked. Why are you wicked like that, denying? The man want to know if this children is his or not. If you have naughty ways, go after your naughty ways. Don't include the man. Anyways, he wants a DNA test to find out if the children that you say that are his are actually his right there. Just about a month ago, the man seemed to have went behind her back because she did not apparently authorize it. What? To find out if somebody that give you a child is your child, the person have to authorize it? What? I don't know the rules, brothers and sisters, but you can tell me in the comment box below. But apparently the man went behind her back without her authorization or anything. And of course, she did not even know that was allowed in Dominica without consent of both parents. What? I never understood that. If that is actually a rule in Dominica, that needs to change. Because if the mother who actually knows the paternity of the child gives that child to somebody else because she figure that man can actually take care of that child better than the other person, or that man is safer than the other man, so she gives that other man a child that is not his, don't you think that the man should have the right and the responsibility to find out if that is actually his own? Especially if the mother refuses. That's very interesting right there, on the basis that maybe the child is not his, and if the child is actually not his, he doesn't have the authorization since he's not actually the parent, so the mother has to approve. Is that the case? Nonsense. I don't think that is the case at all, because if that is actually his child, he should be able to. If that is not his child and you give him child, he should be able to find out if that is actually me. Myself, brothers and sisters, I don't care who. Any woman that come and tell me that child is mine, DNA test. Yes, man. DNA test making ding dong. And not just one DNA test. I heard it's expensive, probably like $900 or something like that. I don't know. That's what I heard, brothers and sisters. Anyways, the man apparently went behind the back and decided to do that without the consent of the mother. The man bring my children tongue to shop one day, and it seems it's a DNA test he went for with them. Look now, he showed me a paper that saying both of these little ones are not his own. Wicked man, wicked soul. So you know it's not his own. You don't want him. You deny the test all the time, so he would not find out if he's the father or not. You want him to be the father, but he's not the father, because he go and do the DNA test and found out that both of those little ones are not his own. She's then saying she is so confused because I know for sure it's his children. Well, you can know for sure all you want, but the DNA test that he did indicated that there's no chromosomal levels. If pronounce that properly, chromosomal or chromosomal linkage between him and those little ones right there. She confused. You always, it's like Maury when they tell you are not the father and they're running. Oh, they're running. Oh. They can't believe you're not the father. They know you know, but they're running. They run. No, couldn't be. No. Stop your dirty ways. Stop your dirty ways. My goodness gracious. She confused because she know for sure he's his children. Well, the DNA test say not so. It's not the case at all. She say, I cannot lie. I did cheat a few times. You cheat on him a few times, so he doesn't even know you cheated on him, to the point where he went to do DNA test. He must have found out from somebody, hey, look, she's messing around, what? No, you sure the children is yours? The child not looking like yours. You need to do DNA test. Well, apparently, she didn't want him to do a DNA test to find out, but she would want him to pay child support. She not probably making his life miserable. You know, guys, keep in mind, she mentioned things have been rocky from the start, a bit rocky at first. But since my second man, I'm not sure who that man is again. Well, he don't know who you are because apparently he find out these children are not his. I did cheat. She's admitting I did cheat a few times because we had minor issues. How you cheating on minor issues, huh? If you cheating on minor issues, Mesami, what you will do with major issues, huh? What you going to do with major issues? Boy, look trouble, we boy. You cheat on him man because you had minor issues, but I always knew for sure they were his own. How you know? You sure? You cheat on him, you know, but you, okay. Now he asked me to leave his house. Oh, so it's his house you stayed in. You bring children that not his, making you, boy, you man, no, he's, you know, boy, all you know is, you come in my house, bring two children that not his own. Two children are not his own. This sunlight beating me up there. But anyways, let me leave. It's fine. Two children are not his own. You come in his house. You find refuge in his house. That is why you deny him DNA test. You come in the man's house and still cheating on the man. You giving the man two jackets that not his own. Probably red and blue jacket. Brothers and sisters. And now asking you to leave his house and threaten to take you to court. I would take you to court too, because that should be paternity fraud. That is paternity fraud right there. You're giving paternity to the wrong individual. Yes, man, I would take you to court. Stop your dirty ways. I'm just not sure how that happened, and I don't know if I should go and do my own test because I refuse to believe those children, not my man own. Well, you might as well go and do the test with him to prove that is his own, but he'd go and do tests in Dominica. So it have DNA tests, fellas. Or to go out there and do DNA tests, because you might find a woman so nice and dandy, but I'll never forget the situation I read. The guy raised children from 0 to what have you from 0 to their age, old age. Well, not old age. They are adults, grown adults now. The man had some issues finding out that he could not have children. And he check him out with have children. He has children. He tell them, no, I can't have children. I have children. When he do decide to go and do DNA test for his grown adult children, he find out his children are not his. But you man dangerous, boy. Only dangerous, boy. Hey, no, sir. That is truly something else. Which brings me to this right there, brothers and sisters. Let me zoom in for that for you guys, for you to see. If you think it's joke I'm making, brothers and sisters. It was 80% before. Anyways, in Jamaica, brothers and sisters, this is Jamaican Star, eh? JamaicaStar.com, brothers and sisters. You are not the father. DNA test reveals 70% jackets. 70. So 7 out of 10 Jamaican fathers who went to do DNA tests find out that they were not the father of the child they were given, brothers and sisters. A company that offers DNA testing in Jamaica has disclosed that 70% of their tests, the men who were named as fathers had nothing to do with the paternity of the child, brothers and sisters. In other words, 7 in every 10 paternity tests conducted by the lab showed that the men were not the fathers. This is one test, brothers and sisters. I remember seeing that an American individual talking about paternity tests. In the United States, it is 33%. 33. So I was watching that interaction, and then he said, this is not even bad. Jamaica is apparently 80%. And I went and I do the research, and I found out it was actually 80%. This is another test right there, which means that this is very high, brothers and sisters. This seems to be going on very high. Ladies are just giving men children that not their own. For whatever reason, whether they believe that that man is better than their child father. So they're giving them, and the man ignorant, just saying, yes, baby, it's true, it's my own. Taking them. And the thing is, brothers and sisters, when you see you have a relationship, that little one growing up, thinking that that person is your own, that little one is your own, or these children are your own, and you grow up attached to that little one, and you're checking, boy, that's my own, and to find out that that is not your own, mes amis, that is truly heartbreaking right there. This, of course, brings me to this one right there, brothers and sisters. Take a listen to this old man.
I have been married for 51 years.
He has been married for 51 years.
Got 2 sons, 42 and 40. Damn deadbeats. I'm still supporting the little boogers. Needed to take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids.
Hey, 51 years. 51 years the man has been married. He has 2 sons, 42 and 44. They deadbeats, they suck. But it's his own. That's what he knew. He went to do a test for his brother to see if they can assist with the kidneys, brothers and sisters. Maybe so one of them can give a kidney or something. You know? They find out that these are not his own, far less to be related to his brother. Imagine that, 51 years of trusting your wife. And this woman in question saying she doesn't know what to do. You better go and do a test to prove to the man that the test that he did on the very children that you claim is his own are in fact his own. But you are fearful. This is probably why you denied him entry or deny him access. Say, no, you don't want to do paternity tests. These are yours. And you know women, oh, you want to say, are you going to do this? 70%, brother. 70%, brother. That is Jamaica. I wonder how much is it in Dominica? If all you think all the women there in Dominica, okay. All the women in Dominica there, they would never do all of that. It's 0%. 0% of babies they give in women in, and fellas in Dominica is their own. 70% in Jamaica. 70. In the United States it's 33%. Before 1970 it was not 1970. No, 10 years ago, brothers and sisters, it was 4%. It has jumped to 33%. Jamaica is 70%, brothers and sisters. This man married for 51 years thought he raising children that come out from his ball sack. And finding out that these children were now 42 and 44 years old are actually not his own.
I know it's not my fault.
How is he so calm? Can you even imagine finding out that your children who are in their 40s are not even yours? I think he's too calm for a person who just find out that he's actually childless.
What can he do? The man has raised children that not his bloodline will stop with that. Well, he can probably still make children. He can probably make children with somebody. But he's more than 51 years old. He has been married for 51 years. So let's say he's about 71. Minimum, let's say he's married at 20. He's 71 or in his 70s. Late 70s, early 80s, if all that. 51 years he married. But ladies and gentlemen, this woman has something powerful to say right there. Take a listen to what she has to say.
Why is it that DNA paternity tests are still not mandatory at childbirth?
Hey, bring that back, brothers and sisters.
Why is it that DNA paternity tests are still not mandatory at childbirth? Because the reality is, there's a lot of men that are raising kids that are not theirs. And it is sad to see when somebody finds out 20 years down the line that the child that they have been investing in is not theirs.
Can you imagine the pain and suffering, brothers and sisters? The pain and suffering, and it seems like women don't get punished for the thing that they've done. This is paternity fraud, you know. Paternity fraud that day. You know that, guys? Giving a man a child that is not his own. This paternity test should be done at birth. Because there's no way for the man to know who child that there. It's because the one say, oh, it's your child, then you have to sign thing and say, oh, it's my child. Paternity test need to be done. I don't care if it's your wife or your girlfriend or a girl that you just meet and you plug your Ted Calbas. You're too foolish to do something like that. But do paternity. This thing should be mandatory. Why are they fighting this? This is the insane part to me. Women are fighting this tooth and nail. Well, I know why women are fighting this tooth and nail, because I mean, come on. Come on. No, she didn't want him. Brothers and sisters, it's an interesting story right there. She didn't want him to do the DNA test. She decided, you know what, born what you say, I need to go and find out for myself. Go and do the DNA test by La Falaise or wherever. You go and do DNA test, brothers and sisters, and find out the children that the woman that come into your house. The woman that come into your house give you. She cheated on him a few times, admitting that. The mere fact you cheated the man, most likely the man don't want you to insult again, you know. Unless he's probably one of them losers that cannot get girls and he just have to stick with whatever he get. Fellas, if you are not sure or not certain, you need to go and do paternity tests. Jamaica is 70%. Dominica is not 0%, brothers and sisters. To think that no woman gave man in Dominica a child that is not their own. Especially in the advent that women tend to cheat better than men. So they tend to cover up certain details and they will try to gaslight you in that regard. Because I mean, it's not my report that day, you know. It's not my report that day. You can Google it. Google this stuff, brothers and sisters. This one says 70%. I saw one that said 80%. In the United States, it's 33% of fathers who have gone to do paternity tests for whatever reason. Whether it's to match blood to see whatever, you know, of that sort, matching blood or DNA, or, you know, whether it's for sickness or whatever, brothers and sisters, they go and do tests and find out that 33% of fathers who went to do paternity tests are not the father. Brothers and sisters, we watch Maury and a number of these shows where women come in and they claim, you know, he's definitely the father. Some court case too. To the point I remember seeing a court case where an individual was raising the woman sent him jail for 5 years because he refused to pay child support. He refused to pay child support because he believed the child is not his. For 5 years, brothers and sisters, she denied tests and all those kind of things until the court matter reached. 5 years he ended up in jail, brothers and sisters, to find out that he's not the father and the woman just walks scotch-free. See what scotch-free? I would have sued you. Yes, you give him back. You give him back my file. Spend 5 years in jail. I think if women do these things, they need to spend double the time that they've given to the man. It's an interesting world that we live in, brothers and sisters. Not just for that reason, you know. For these kind of reasons that we've seen right there. No, she's vexed, brothers and sisters. She's sad about it. She doesn't know what to do because the man found out the children are not his own. And she realized that he's going to kick her out the house. She probably wanted to stay in the house. That's why she wanted to deny. Because she probably didn't have any other option. Matter of fact, you have 2 children and you know your options dwindling fast. Especially when it comes on for serious relationships. Age is a number and children is a number. If you're a single mother, you know this, your options dwindle quickly. Very fast. Hey. So when women think they want, fellas, go and do all your tests for me. I don't care if the woman decide, hey, you know what? I love her too much. Let me just. Or some fellas actually are scared of finding out. But it's rather you get scared and find out that is not yours, and you have to spend 18 years just paying for things that you shouldn't be paying for. Once again, brothers and sisters, when you attach to that child, you're checking, boy, that child was my own. And no, that child is not my bloodline children, not mine. You have to be mindful, fellas. Tell Slim, this one is telling Slim. Things are hard in the economy, and that is the best thing you decide to do. Cheat on the man give you a house to stay and all those kind of something there. And you go and cheat on the man because of minor issues. Minor issues, not major issues, no? Well, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this, guys? I had to do this one right there. There's another one. I might drop it tomorrow. We'll see you on Monday, brothers and sisters. Look out for that. Subscribe to this channel, brothers and sisters. Subscribe so you can get the latest vibrations and, of course, help the channel to grow in that regard right there. What are your thoughts, brothers and sisters? What are your thoughts? If you were this woman, what would you do? If you were this man that you found out that these children were not yours, what would you do? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Don't forget to click the like button. I would appreciate that. And of course, with that said right there, be real. Salute the king. Be positive.